On top of our stories. Here's how TQA celebrates Araw ng Wika with pride and culture. Let's see how TQA conducts Parents' Evening and Acquaintance Meeting, strengthening ties between the school and its community. Let's explore the highlights as TQA holds RDL Day. TQA welcomes APSAM. Unpacking the latest figures of DOH SOC Surgeon reports, 45% increase in dengue cases. Harmless asteroid seen above Luzon. Let us dive into how the Gamma Q Arnos team shines at the 17th WCAF World Championship. Breaking down the findings in a comprehensive analysis of 2022 PISA results. Straight from the Quantum Academy, this is Quantum Leap.
Good day everyone and welcome to the first episode of the Quantum Leap. The Quantum Academy opened the new school year with its first major event, a celebration of the Filipino language and culture dubbed as Araw ng Wika or Day of the Filipino Language, held at the school's pergola and participated in by students from grades 1 to 12.
Students showcased their talents in various games from grade-level competitions such as Pico and Spelling for elementary, Tinig ng Tanghalan singing competition, Scrabble, slogan making, and piging or feast competition for high school, and house competitions such as Bulong Pari, Kadang-Kadang, Tagisan ng Talino or Battle of the Brains, and Patintero. With the theme Wikang Mapagpalaya or Liberating Language, this event aimed to awaken the students' pride as Filipinos and give them a renewed appreciation for their heritage. In the middle of the event, the Student Council also held their bingo game, which was made possible by student donations. The collected money will be used for future SE projects and the donation drive.
This event served as the culmination of the Buwan ng Wika, or month-long celebration of the Filipino language. This has been Devi Miesha Dan Reviola, Taking the Leap.
The Quantum Academy held a Parents' Evening and an Acquaintance Meeting on September 6, 2024, with the common goals of connecting parents, advisors, school teachers, and administrators. Parents and legal guardians attended the said programs to check and gather at the court. They then proceeded to the designated classrooms of their children, in which the advisors and parents of the students discussed their respective agenda. The general orientation is considered by the school as one of the most important mediums between parent and teacher communication, considering that it discusses concerns and provides support for both parties. The school hoped that this event would bring coordination to help cater the students' needs hand in hand. This has been Amron Brooktrout, Taking the Leap.
In school tradition, the Quantum Academy celebrated September 13 as Ardell Day through an online quiz house competition for both lower school and upper school. On the same day, the school also attended to 40 visitors from the Association of Philippine Private School Administrators and Mentors, or APSA. With the theme of Reading Develops Learning, the Ardell quiz featured multiple questions spanning fiction and non-fiction book genres. The amount of questions also varied per grade level from grades 1 to 12. Winners from each grade level were recognized by the Ardell Committee with the total house points gained based on respective grade level score averages. The Ardell Day, as it was first held in 2021, is a school tradition stemming from the birthday of one of Quantum's founders, Miss Rosa Diling. After the duration of the online quiz, the Quantum Academy welcomed deans and directors from basic education and universities, as the school was recognized as one of the top performing schools in the country. Their best interest was into Quantum's programs and practices, with consideration of their notable CEM performance. September 13 was an eventful day for the Quantum Academy as they managed to keep up school culture while reaching newer achievements. This has been Arthur Zerna, Taking the Leap.
The Department of Health, or DOH, in the Soxargen region has recorded an increase in dengue cases compared to last year's.
From the data of the Department of Health, 15,224 dengue cases were recorded from January to August of this year. These statistics are 45% higher than last year's. Specifically, 1,046 cases have been recorded in General Santos City from January 1 to June 15. Citizens should also be informed that barangays in the Soxargen region have dengue response teams ready.
It is heavily advised to visit the nearest health center if you experience a fever for more than 2 days. This has been Brent Angelo Lambino, Taking the Leap.
A 1-meter asteroid struck the Earth's atmosphere just above Luzon the morning of September 5, creating a fireball-like phenomenon, according to GMA Integrated News.
The asteroid, named 2024 RW1, was initially forecasted to hit at around 12:46 a.m. Philippine time, but it was already visible from Cagayan Province at 12:39 a.m. It was discovered only hours before it struck. Thanks to new observations, we now have a very good idea of where it will impact, the European Space Agency, or ESA, said on X. Albeit harmless, the asteroid may have looked like a fireball upon contact with the Earth's atmosphere. A clear view of the fireball, however, was obstructed by the tropical storm Enteng, and the asteroid itself broke apart due to air friction. An object this size has the potential to create a stunning fireball, but weather conditions in the area are likely to be cloudy and stormy, ESA predicted.
This has only been the 9th time that humans have detected an asteroid prior to its impact, thus signaling an advancement in our planetary defense capabilities, according to ESA. This has been Armana Serenuela, Taking the Leap.
Good day, viewers! This is David Garcia, your weatherman, welcoming you to the first edition of QLeap's Weather Watch. Get ready to keep an eye in the sky as we're heading to the cloudiest and wettest period of the year from September 20th to the 30th. During these days, expect an overcast or mostly cloudy skies 89% of the time with a 34% chance of precipitation. September 21st is set to be the cloudiest day of the month with a whopping 90% chance of mostly cloudy conditions. In contrast, September 30 is set to be the clearest day with clear or partly cloudy skies just expected 12% of the time. Additionally, September 21st, 22nd, and the 25th will have the highest likelihood of rainfall, with these 3 days collectively having a 65% chance of precipitation. So don't forget to bring your umbrellas because we don't want to get wet. Don't also forget to wear some sunscreen because over the next 10 days, temperatures will continue to average highs around 32 degrees Celsius, whoa, that's hot, and 23 degrees Celsius low. Stay tuned for more updates and prepare for the ever-changing weather. This has been David Garcia taking the lead. And with Weather Watch, our updates are a clear forecast of your day.
For Sports Was, the Gamma Q Arns team, comprised of talented elementary and secondary students from the Quantum Academy, has achieved remarkable success at the 17th World Eskrima Kalayarnes Federation, or WICAF, World Championship. Held from July 21 to July 27 in Mandaue City, the competition brought together top athletes in the art of harness from around the world. In a standout performance, the Gamma Q team brought home a total of 18 medals, including 2 gold, 4 silver, and 12 bronze. Let's see what Timothy Marsh, a grade 8 respect student from the Quantum Academy and also one of the gold medalists, has to say.
I feel like it was a very fun yet challenging experience because I had to fight many well-experienced Arnis players. Even though I've only been doing Arnis for like a year, I still had to try my best to win.
Additionally, Euro Almero, a grade 12 Newton student also from the Quantum Academy, has claimed second place in the 16 to 19 age category of the Singapore International Triathlon on September 15, 2024. We are incredibly proud of our young athletes. Keep pushing forward, Q kids. This is Jeffrey Factor taking the lead.
Hello and good day.
Welcome to POV, Points,
Opinions,
and Views. For today's discussion, we are going to have a comprehensive analysis of the 2022 PISA results.
But first things first, hello Armana and welcome to POV. I'm glad that I was able to have a partner after, sad to say, so long of being alone in this segment. But are you ready for all of the things that we have against us this year?
I sure am.
Well, let's get to it. Let's run through the basics. The Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA, is an exam that assesses and measures the intelligence and skills of 15-year-old students from the 3 subjects, which is highlighted as mathematics, the reading, and science.
83% of the 15-year-old population represented the Philippines, 51% of which were females, while the remaining 49% were males.
Also, Hermana, I would like to point out the common misconception that only public schools took the PISA in the Philippines, when in fact there's actually private schools who also took it, since they are the ones who took up the remaining 17% of the population of 15-year-olds, with, of course, public schools as 83%. So for every 10 students, 8 were from the public schools and 2 were from the private schools. Now let's highlight different results for the Philippines in PISA. For mathematics, 16% of students garnered a minimum of level 2 proficiency, which is notably less than the average across the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development countries, or OECD, which is an average of 69%.
24% of students also attained a level 2 or higher in reading, with the OECD average being 74%. This implies that students are able to comprehend texts of moderate length and identify their main ideas.
For science, on the other hand, 23% of students in the Philippines attained level 2 or higher, which is against the OECD average, which is 76%.
The most recent results, on the other hand, for creative thinking showed that students' mean score is 14%, which is not even half of the average, which is 33%. A notable aspect in the Philippines' PISA results is the students' performance by gender. Female students have generally outperformed male students in all competencies, although improvements from the 2018 PISA results are not significant.
However, for the performance in terms of school type, students from private school notably outranked or recorded higher scores compared to the different students from the public schools. There are also notable improvements in terms of the 2018 PISA results for Philippines. To note, these results from the PISA Index of Economic, Social, and Cultural Status is computed in a way that all students, regardless of their country, regardless of how developed their country is, are going to be placed on the same socio-economic scale. This means that there's no advantage for relatively developed countries, and this is still fair for the Philippines.
However, this result still reflects the current economic state of our country and how that affects and influences our education as a whole.
So what does this mean for our country, for our educational system? Do you think we're moving forwards? Do you think we're moving backwards?
The thing is, we're not moving at all. Did you know that the Philippines ranked 77 out of 81 countries who took the PISA, scoring well below the OECD average on every single competency?
The Philippines' low standing in the 2022 PISA results also imply the different factors that have negatively affected our public education system. We have here the different gender disparities, we have the school type disparities between the private schools and the public schools, and of course the different student conditions that may affect the student performance and achievement.
However, we have slightly improved from the 2018 PISA, which is the only other PISA that Philippines or the Filipino students took, in which we placed 78 out of 78 countries. But this difference isn't exactly significant at all.
Now, what do we need to do? What does the government need to do? Well, the answer is simple. Educational reforms. These reforms refer to improving the teaching quality and practices, which can be encouraged through vocational training and professional help. We also have the addressing of socio-economic disparities in our country. This can be through financial aid for academic pursuits for students who are less fortunate, or improvement of the public education system itself. Then, we have the strengthening of the student well-being and support. We can do this through different programs that highlight the mental and physical welfare of students that will help significantly change how they perform academically and how they think throughout their social life.
Additional reforms can also focus on investing in educational resources and infrastructure and benchmarking other international practices, with the intention to develop our country to be at par with other countries and their education systems. Recently, the Commission on Higher Education has also expressed their intention to work closely with DepEd to possibly improve the performance of the Filipino students in such assessments and hopefully manifest these specific reforms.
In the near future, we hope to witness in this country that no child is left astray and no student is left ambiguous. We hope that our topic and discussion for today were insightful enough for you to learn something new.
Watch out for more of POV in future episodes of The Quantum Leap.
This has been Arthur Darren Zerna.
And this has been Armana Serenuela. And this is POV.
Hello, cute kids!
kids, my name is Jill.
And my name is Sugar.
Welcome to TQA Amazing! We are inviting you to learn some new things with us.
Are you ready? Let's start! Gadgets, one of our most prized possessions.
We all love using our gadgets, but did you know they can affect your eyes?
Yes, it's true. Looking at them for a long time can make our eyes tired.
And the reason for this is blue light.
The screens from our gadgets release blue light, which can damage your eyes.
Blue light is very harmful, especially when we have too much screen time and put the screen too close to our eyes.
This can give us dry eyes, eye strain, blurred vision, headaches, and many more.
Kids like us always use our gadgets, so we tend to forget how long we've been using them.
Yep, many kids also use gadgets at night. This can make them have a problem with going to sleep.
A lot of kids also don't go out so much just because of being addicted to their gadgets.
Most importantly, using gadgets for a long time can also make kids fail to find time for studying and other physical activities.
There are so many harmful things when we spend too much time with gadgets.
Indeed, but using gadgets is not all that bad as long as you know how to manage your time using them.
According to recent studies, no more than 2 hours per day is the healthiest amount of screen we must have.
Having breaks when using gadgets is also a must, since we get to chat more with our family and go out to breathe fresh air.
Lessening our screen time allows us to bond with our family and spend more quality time with them.
When we manage our screen time, we find time to study, go out and play, and get exposed to other activities.
Keeping a good posture also helps whenever you use gadgets. This prevents injuries and reduces back pain.
Also remember not to put your gadgets too close to your eyes. Always sit at arm's distance away from the screen.
We sure did learn about how gadgets affect our eyes, haven't we, Jim?
We totally did, and I hope you kids will also apply what you have learned. Once again, my name is Jim.
And my name is Sugar.
See you in the next episode of TQ Amazing. Bye!
Friend Zone. OMG, it is so good to be back again. It seems like forever not seeing you kids. This year, we'll be vlogging new and exciting contents for you. This episode promises fun activities and anything you can think of, we are go. In today's episode, get ready to unleash your creativity. Jensen kids love to read, so it is only fitting if we have a DIY bookmarker, especially when we are always on the go. So grab your scissors, spark your imagination, and let's get crafting. This is my step-by-step tutorial on how to make a DIY bookmarker. Are you ready? Let's go! I will show you how to make this bookmark. I have here colored paper, scissors, pencil, ruler, markers for design, and glue. First, grab your paper. As you can see, I want to do a quantum-themed bookmark, so I'll be choosing brown. All you have to do is fold your paper in half and it will serve as your guide. Grab your ruler and measure 22 in length and 15 centimeters in width. You can also use a pencil to mark down what you just measured. After you're done writing it down, grab your scissors and cut it evenly. Fold it diagonally. It will end up looking like this. Then you grab your scissors and cut this part off. You can now fold it in a triangular way and fold the top part down to the middle part. Then, you fold the edges and make them reach the very top. As you can see, it looks like a diamond. You can now fold in both parts inside the triangle. And now, we have our base. It's time for decorations. You can draw your shape so that it will be easier for you to cut. Now, we have the accessory for our owl. Now Now grab your glue so that you will be sure that it will be glued down to your bookmark. Now our bookmark is ready to graduate. Now put your bookmark aside as we will be cutting more papers. Then you fold your paper in half and cut the parts to where it's connecting both sides. Now we have 2 even circles. Next, what I like to do is grab my marker to put little dots on the eye. Now we have an eye, but it kind of looks scared. Let's add more decorations using our colored markers. Grab your bookmark and look for where you want to put it. Of course, we will be putting it over here. Ta-da! Now we have our owl. You can do any design, but I will be choosing squiggles. I think it has a name. Do you know what it is? It's Qubit. This is the Quantum Owl Qubit. That is it for me today, and this has been the very first episode of Gen Zone. My name is Isabella, and this has been Gen Zone, where we bring today's generation into the zone. Bye!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Curiosity Show. So today, me and you, we're gonna be looking at some answers. You might be asking, Miguel, answers to what? To our problems? Sadly not, but a more exciting one. So recently, we conducted a poll to a couple of students and we asked them 2 questions. What could those questions be? It's about RDL Day. Recently, it happened on September 13, 2024. And, of course, our questions would be about it because we're curious. This is the Curiosity Show after all. Since our questions are related to RDL Day, the first question we asked is, what is your favorite book genre? Here are the answers. As you can see, a lot of people answered romance. And you know what, personally for me, it is also my favorite because whenever I read, I like the feeling of butterflies in my stomach, so I'm like that. 3 people answered fiction as their favorite book genre. 2 people answered thriller. 1 for fantasy, 1 for mystery, 1 for political fiction, and 1 for self-help. Since we're a little bit curious, we asked the respondents what is their favorite book and why. So today we picked 3 students to showcase the answers. Let's start with the first one. We have respondent number 20. She said, you know what? Let me just get it straight. I have a lot of books in my shelf and picking your favorite book is like picking whom among your children is your favorite. So I'd like to rephrase the question. What book should I save if my house got on fire? It's probably the Harry Potter series. And that book series somehow drove me into the world of literature. I received the collection when I was in grade 3, tried to read it, went into on hiatus for a while because I couldn't understand it in the first place.
12 seconds later.
Since I couldn't fit anything at the time, I took a break in reading, went to find another reading genre to love, and the rest is history. Oh my god, that was a long answer. I thought you made me tired. Wait, we're back. So let's now move on to respondent number 2. Respondent number 2 said, I don't read. Respondent number 94 said, Crime and Punishment. It illustrates the events leading up and after a murder so well that it gives you a picture of what truly goes on in a murderer's head. I do like this response because I like reading murder books, because it's really good, because it makes me feel like I'm so excited for what's gonna happen next, and like, it's very chilling. So that concludes our questions and answers for today. I could say now that a lot of students do actually love reading. And you know what? Reading is impossible without talented teachers. And talented teachers deserve their tokens of thoughtfulness. And you know what? On October 5th, it's gonna be World Teachers Day. So, I would like to ask you, how do you show your appreciation to our wonderful teachers here in TQA? If you want to answer the question, you could contact TQA Leap on Facebook, and your answers will be showcased on the next episode of Quantum Leap. This has been Miguel Palma and The Curiosity Show, where all questions lead to endless possibilities.
Who knew that owls symbolize wisdom and intelligence? These fascinating birds can be found all over the world except Antarctica. One of their unique features is their fixed eyes, which is why they can turn their heads up to 270 degrees.
Owls are nocturnal beings. They have outstanding night vision. This ability is linked to the idea that they can perceive hidden things that are not meant to be seen by others. They have a wisecracking ability to see through the darkness. Quick flight back in history. When the founders of our school flocked together, they dreamt of a school that would soar high above the rest, and they chose Cubit as a symbol for their vision. And just like that, the idea of the Quantum Academy was hatched.
Bet you didn't know all about that, huh? Our great minds should soar to new heights. Just like Cubit, we are trained to stay as sharp as a talon and to look what's beyond the surface. Because wisdom is more than meets the eye, or the wings in this case. And that's 2 minutes. See you next time.
Being a student is tough, but being a student leader is even tougher. It doesn't just mean hosting events and selling bingo cards, it comes with a lot of responsibility. From the outside, the student council president might just seem like another average student, seamlessly blending into the crowd. Every day is a juggle between extracurriculars, academics, and determining the hopes of their peers and other quantum students. Today we follow Enrico Gomez in the day in the life of an SC president of the Quantum Academy to see what it really takes to have the abilities of leadership in and outside the classroom. It's a typical morning on campus as students are gearing up for the day ahead. Amidst the school, one student stands out. Calm, focused, and already on a mission, this is Enrico Gomez, the student council president. For most, it's just another day at school, but for him, it's a day full of responsibilities. Being the student council president is a role with many facets, from organizing school events to representing student interests. Can you share with us what this position truly means to you on a personal level?
I have actually been part of the student council for actually my entire high school life. And as a result, I grew to love the role despite it being sometimes, tricky. From my understanding, being SC president is a leadership role that involves representing students, organizing events, and advocating for the common welfare of everyone. And to me, it essentially grants a satisfying result despite the journey we had to get there.
Even with the intense demands of his position, academics remain a top priority. Balancing these commitments requires a lot of discipline, where mastering time management becomes essential. What are some of the biggest challenges you've encountered as student council president? And what strategies have you developed to navigate and overcome these obstacles?
As a student council president, I faced two main challenges: time and deadlines. I had to meet deadlines for upcoming activities and delegate tasks to my co-leaders. Sometimes we only had 3 to 5 days to prepare for deadlines, which was particularly the major issue. Additionally, as a student, I had to balance student council deadlines and also our academic deadlines, such as projects, essays, and quizzes, all within these short time frames that were given. And to address these challenges, I just closely communicated with SC members, collaborated with them in solving what to do, and also planned ahead in activities and deadlines to meet all of these.
As the day comes to a close, the student council members gather to review their progress and plan for upcoming events. In this environment, the president's role is not just about making decisions, but about fostering a collaborative spirit. The team works closely, tackling challenges and finding solutions together. What is your experience working with the SC president?
So, how is it working with Kuya Enrico and the SU? They are actually very nice to work with because they are very dedicated and experienced in their work. They really want the students of Quantum Academy to have a good experience and to help others. But one thing that sets me back from working with them is that I am intimidated because they're really good as the organization. They're really good and they're very great leaders. That's it.
It's actually really nice working with Enrico, especially with the different activities he does. And as an SC member, you can really see the dedication he would put into the work. And because of that, the SC just naturally falls into place with the activities that we do.
What advice or words of wisdom would you like to share with our viewers?
So, what advice I could give to everyone who wants to join the SC and future leaders is that they have to first love the job. Why love the job? It's because being a part of the student council is actually sometimes tiring, but the end also guarantees great satisfaction. And because of this, you have to be dedicated and perseverant towards the job. And because of this, you have to have an open mind. You have to learn and absorb everything that your co-leaders has to offer and assimilate this into what you want to become as well. It's a learning ground for whatever you are now and also for the future.
As we follow Enrico through his day, we learn that the true essence of leadership is less about asserting power and more about uplifting others. Leadership is reflected in the small acts of kindness and relentless dedication in making a positive impact.
In the end, what truly matters is not the title you hold, but the legacy you leave behind. A legacy of compassion, dedication, and service to others. I am Aliza Muhammad, always exploring the extraordinary in the everyday, here at A Day in the Life.
This has been Arthur Dyron Zerna, taking the leap of countless opportunities and possibilities.
This has been Devi Miesha Danry Viola, taking the leap of endless knowledge and wisdom.
This has been Brent Angelo Lambino, taking the leap of timely news and current affairs.
This has been Armana Yuan Serenuela, taking the leap and seeking for truth.
This has been Amber Burke Chow, taking small steps and making a huge difference.
This has been Jeffrey Factor, eSchool News, reaching out to you.
Hello, Quantum. Here is Qubit's first mystery. I am Qubit's Howl.
My neon skin shines from inside, but I am surrounded by the outside. Above me, the fungus I see. What book am I? Make sure to visit the library and borrow the mystery book first. The first one to be formally checked out will be awarded with house points for their respective house. But of course, remember to be orderly and avoid disarranging books. Good luck and happy hunting!